guys, welcome back. Got one here today that really caught my eye. Not because it's a Boss, but because it's a Boss Elite. And I thought, well, doggone, is there going to be something better about the Elite series? So I already knew that this looked just like the Planet Audio BE1500.1. Make sure you check out Ryan's video over at Budget Gym, Budget Bust. He did that video like 5 years ago. I wish Ryan would get back to doing amp dynos. I loved watching his videos. I don't know that he's done one in the last year or two. So Ryan, please come back. I've always loved watching Big D drop a video, number one. But number two, probably Ryan over at Budget Gym, Budget Bust. He's got a really cool channel over there. But he did the Planet Audio version of this. It looks just like it. Different colors and stuff. But I always remembered that sticking out to me as one of the biggest disappointments on... I don't know, just there's something in that about that amp in my mind that really shocked me at how low of output it put out. I went back and watched that video again this morning just to make sure I got the numbers right. And what that amp did was 177 up to clipping at 2 ohms and 106 at 4 ohms. And this is a 1500 watt amp. Now that 1500 is a max rating, and the actual RMS ratings on this amp and the Planet Audio are exactly the same. I'll tell you those in a minute, but I'm rambling. But what I'm saying is when I run across this being called an Elite, and I knew what that other amp did, it just made me wonder if this amp was going to put out more than that Planet Audio amp. Let's open this up. I haven't even opened it yet. You guys are going to see me open it up and unbox it. Let's see. We'll go over all the stuff on the box. Well, let's just do that now. I'll just show you the ends. I'm not going to read every little thing to you. Made in China. Where is it? Somewhere on here it says that it's, where's it at? Engineered in the US or something like that. Here's the back, and here's some little bit more info. Features, monoblock, full range, class AB, so this is not a class D. 2 ohm stable, so it's not a 1 ohm amp, it's a 2 ohm amp. MOSFET power supply, RCA and speaker level inputs, low pass bass boost. It's got a bass knob, LED illuminated in panels, AB, 2 ohm bass boost, bass knob, engineered in the USA right there. All right, that's it. Let's open it up. This is likely, I don't know, the power output that we get out of it will probably tell us for sure. But there's a manual and a sticker. But if I had to guess, there's a decent chance that's all that's pops. Let's see. Okay, so here's a high level, an extra 30 amp fuse, some screws. There's a wire for the bass knob. Here is the bass knob. It's the same one that comes with all the Planet Audio and bass or Boss. The company, I can't remember the name of the company, but the company that makes all these. It's the same company that's making them all. So let's get the box out of the way. Here it is. Also, the dimensions on this are basically the same as the Planet Audio. And then physically just looking at it, you can tell that appears to be the same. Like it's a pretty handy sized amp. So like it's not tiny. and it's not huge. What do we have here? There's the bass knob, bass boost 0 and 18, so just either off or plus 18, so that's a big jump. It's got a low pass filter. Here's your range. You can go from low pass to full range. There's the gain listed as level, min and max, input mode, high and low, and that's depending on whether you're using high or low inputs. It has a power to protect. This looks like it's gonna light up. What about on top? No, doesn't look like anything on the top there is gonna light up. And then on the other side, you just get one positive and negative for the speaker outs, 130 amp fuse, and power remote ground, all spade or fork terminals for everything. It looks identical to the Planet Audio. I may take the back plate off of this. If I do, I'll enter that. I'll insert that here in a little bit. Here's like a wiring diagram. Yeah, I'll bet you it's the same amp, because that Planet Audio also has a single 30 amp fuse, but it's going to be interesting to see. Again, what Ryan got out of that other amp. Let's see. So I looked online at what this amp is rated, and the Planet Audio is exactly the same. The rating on this amp, that does give RMS ratings, 1125 at 2 ohms and 563 at 4 ohms. And what Ryan got out of the Planet Audio is 177 and 106. Very low, even compared to the RMS ratings. Very, very low. Again, 1125 and it did 177, 563 and it did 106. Now here's one thing about Ryan's video. He doesn't mention what his voltage is. I don't know what kind of voltage he was putting into the amp. So I have no idea. I'll be supplying some pretty good voltage. We'll probably do the 14.8 that I normally do. And I have a couple of banks of Yinlong lithiums. And I don't know. We will be supplying it with some good power. And so just consider that. If the numbers are a little different, it might just be that my test bench was different than his test bench. They're all different. But anyhow, let's get this thing on the dyno. Let's do that 4 ohm. Should I try a 1 ohm? I don't know. Should I try 1 ohm on subwoofers? Should we put this on those 2 SCAR 12s? I don't know. Let's see. But let's hook it up to the dyno. Let's do that 4 ohm test first, and let's get to it. All right, guys, we got it all hooked up. I'm going to let y'all watch me turn it on for the first time. Let's turn the overhead lights off. I want to see this thing light up. All right, here we go. Turning the amp on. Oh, that's cool. All right, and then we have the power light came on. Look how cool that red is. There's nothing on the top, though. On the Planet Audio version of this, the Planet Audio logo lights up. That red looks cool, though. That red and black. That's pretty sharp. Okay, let's get to the dyno. This is going to be a 40 hertz test tone because this amp is made for the lows. I take that back. This is a full range. It's a mono block. So most people are definitely, you can hook this up to a couple of door speakers, though, if you wanted to. 2 door speakers, 4 door speakers, but it's a mono block, so you wouldn't be able to separate left, right, front, back. They would all play the same. That's why most people are probably going to put this on a sub or 2, but it is technically a full range. But this is going to be the 40 hertz test tone, 4 ohm. This run right here is rated 563 RMS. Let's see. Can it do the 563s? 14.8 is what we're starting out at. 563. Can she do the 563? All right, so let's, hang on. I need to turn the gain up a little bit more on the amp. All right, let's start that over real quick. Didn't have the amp gain turned up enough. 563. All right, this is just gonna be one of those. Okay, you saw it flash there just a little bit. Let's go up on the gain just a hair while we're sitting here. Okay, there it is. So 117 is the number. Let's see. Wow, so that's nowhere near 563, and the voltage never even dropped below 14.8. I've got it in the right mode. If it would have dropped to even 14.7, it would have started flashing. And it only pulled 12.5 amps of current. So 117, what was that number that Ryan got on the Planet Audio? 106. So we definitely are in that same territory as the Planet Audio. All right, let's do the 2 ohm test. All right, we're back for that 2 ohm test. This run right here is rated 1125 watts. Ryan got 177 on this run on the Planet Audio, and that was up to clipping, but I don't know what his voltage was. So 14.8 is what we're starting out at. We're gonna capture the current. What's she gonna do, y'all? Two ohm. $185. The clip light never came down. The clip light never came on. 14.8 volts. The voltage didn't drop. And 22.4 amps of current. 185. So we got a little more out of it than the Planet Audio did, but you know, to be honest, I still think this is the exact same amp. The voltage was just probably a little less. But so I'm disappointed. I'll be honest with you. I was hoping that this being the Boss Elite, you know, it was going to do better power. I was hoping to see it do a lot more power. Maybe even being called the Elite, thought that Boss might actually put out an amp that does its rated power. I will say this, there's something to be said for a small, little, cheap, simple amplifier that's built tough. They say these amps are built tough. I think we're gonna find out here in just a second if that's true or not. But you know, something that doesn't draw a lot of current that you can easily run off of your electrical system, and you don't need an extra battery or high output alternator. To be honest, when you're talking about this kind of power, I mean, you don't even need like a big 3 upgrade. And to be honest, I bet you this thing will still push a couple of subs decent enough to get some good sound. To be honest, there's a lot to be said. If you've ever gone through the process of building out a vehicle with a lot of electrical, you kind of start to appreciate these types of amps to some degree. But come on, guys, let's not overrate these things by this much. This is a little ridiculous. This is supposed to be a 1500 watt amp that didn't even do 200 watts. Should we put it on 1 ohm? 1 ohm resistors? I think we should. Everybody talks about how heavy duty these are built on the inside to protect themselves. Yeah, sit tight. Let's do a 1 ohm test. All right, guys, here's the 1 ohm test. This amp isn't rated to go to 1 ohm, but just wanted to try it anyway. Let's see, 40 hertz test tone, 1 ohm. What's she gonna do? Uh-oh, something happened. Yep, she's in protect. All right, so she did not like the 1 ohm test. Let's turn the amp off. See if she comes out of protect. Yep. So that's exactly how that's supposed to work. Just to make sure that the amp is still working. I'm not going to turn it up real high, but let's just make sure that she's still putting out signal. Yeah. So anyhow, everything is good with it. Yeah, this amp does not do 1 ohm, not on resistors anyhow. We may try it at 1 ohm on subwoofers. I think we put this on the 2 SCAR 12s. I say this all the time, guys. Y'all know as well as I do, that's the kind of stuff people are buying this amp for. A couple of 10s, couple of 12s. Let's hook it up to the 2 SCAR 12s. I don't know. I'm trying to decide if I'm going to hook it up to 112 at first and be at 2 ohms, and then hook it up to both of them and go to 1 ohm. I'll decide that here in the next couple of minutes, but sit tight. All right, guys, I just went straight to the 1 ohm. I don't know what it's going to do. If it goes into protect, I'll unhook one of the subs so that we can be at 2 ohms. But we're going to see what this thing does dynamically. And let's just see. If you were to buy the Boss Elite 1500 or the Planet Audio PL 1500, I'm going to say they're the same exact amplifier, just in a different color. This is what you would get. Let's see. Let's see. The 2 SCAR 12s up there on top. She don't like that. She don't like that. She's in protect, and it had got up to 183 watts. So let's unhook one of these subs, put it at 2 ohms like it's supposed to be, and see what it does. Hang on for just a second. All right, we're back, and we're hooked up at 2 ohms. She came out of protect just like she's supposed to. All right, the sub on the left, the SCAR 12 on the left. Let's restart the track. All right. Yeah. You hook this amp up at 2 ohms, you are going to be good to go. Whether it's a resistive load or speakers / subwoofers. I mean, that's all you get. That's the kind of power you get. You see that it was pushing that 112 okay. But it was far from slamming it. And anyhow, that's what you get. The protection circuit in this thing is awesome. It worked exactly like it's supposed to. I do like that, the way the amp looks and stuff. You do get a bass knob with it. Make sure you don't hook it up below 2 ohms and don't expect a lot of power. And this amp will probably last you a long time. But guys, I think I'm still going to take the back plate off of this. If so, I'll insert it right after this clip. But make sure you subscribe. I got a couple of other things in queue that I haven't shown y'all yet. So make sure you subscribe so you don't miss anything. All right, thanks for watching.